the game or something. I really don't think that was not that coded. But it was worth it done. But it was controlling this all the time. Yeah, that's just guys, it might be. Hold on, don't get something. Write it down and have to go make a call here. Oh, very good. I think you're facing on this. But no, for real. I think someone's here. Yo, that's strange. Holy crap, I was right. There's like 6 black vans just parked in my driveway. I didn't have an idea if John made a call too.
Why can't... Well, that's a good question. When I first came into this forsaken land, it was... a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus. But I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps.
At this point, it's yesterday's Donnie and Dolly episode gave us some new information as to what could be in store for him. Now, of course, big shout out over to Donnie and Dolly for providing us with the scoop. This is technically a day old, but I didn't want to double dip on the Sherwood trade talk because we already talked about it again yesterday. But either way, there are some notes that I think we should dive into here, including the bidding war between two teams.
Wonderful.
Minnesota. Big shout out as well to Vancouver Canucks news summaries who went out there and summarized the Dolly video hit. Dolly's updates are some of the best in the biz, and this is what he had to say about Sherwood on the show. From 7 teams are in position to take a run at acquiring Sherwood and give the Canucks a young player instead of a futures deal. The Wild Canadians are showing the most interest. The Canucks scouted the Canadiens team against the Ottawa Senators. They fell in love with exactly who as a potential trade option. Once the Senators the Canucks are slow playing things on the Sherwood front, and they don't seem to be in a rush. Some teams want Sherwood as a rental, and some want to sign him. There are other updates towards the bottom here. Jim Rutherford is appointed on trade talks. The Canucks really about going to the Flyers, not for Sherwood, but for other stuff. And they also will be going from the just available. If it's the video if we are hearing correctly, it's actually 5 to 7 teams are into this guy. I'm not surprised, honestly, but when it comes to the most valuable Vancouver Canucks given at 1 it's even if it's not specified, like the food for it. It's the one picture breaking Vancouver. It's the great content that is best-selling song of the 15 right now, getting to $7,000 and 3 days off the set. And that's for sure. It's probably the best value for value for the institutions. $1.5 million a year. Price for a guy who look at home on pace for 36 goals on the year. Now I say 36, but the last video we made, he was on pace for 30. It's the same number. It's really good about it. He's for 39 goals. Silver hit 50. And for sure would has not scored a goal, let alone a single point, in 5 games or so. It is getting 20 minutes of ice time in some of these games. That varies a lot. You get 250 games. But Sherwood did start out this year super hot. A goal, 2 goals against 7 games. A goal against Washington, 2 goals against Edmonton, that turned against St. Louis again. For Sherwood, just loves scoring goals against the St. Louis. Was out there, and he has not just valued the goal. This is a previous you're going to type of lives expresses some of the John Andersons and the Brendan Gallagher's of the world. It could be a super profile of Montreal and the work ethic that Mark St. likes to instill with this team. It seems like Minnesota and Montreal are the teams that are at the very top of the Sherwood trading conversation. It's the most interest. And it's been particularly interesting to go with Samuel Bolduc coming back over. But actually, it's a good feeling. Exactly. I don't know if but Zachary Bolduc is young enough where it's like, okay, he's 22 years old. And it's not season. That's a really good season. This year, you could say he's on the pace for pretty much the exact same thing, if not a little worse, because of the games played. But I would say that it has been pretty hot and cold for Bolduc this season. He's had really interesting splits over here. Opened the season up with 4 points and 3 goals in his first 3 games. Then went pointless for 4. Then got 2 points in 3 games here before going pointless again for another, how many ever games this is? 9, it looks like. Bolduc then got himself an extra 6 points in 4 games here, and now he's on yet another pointless streak of 3 games plus. So he's been very streaky, this Zachary Bolduc, but I do think that last year, getting his first stint of NHL action and scoring 20 goals almost, he would have been on pace for 20 plus if he had just played the full year. It does indicate that good times are coming for Zachary Bolduc, a guy who can snipe it, who does have a wrist shot that I would probably say rivals Kiefer Sherwood's at this point. It's just Sherwood has a lot more of a motor, and it's probably his wrist shot is located a little bit. I don't think Bolduc has a good just yet to be in the Sherwood level. Bolduc picked up and looked especially in his team. But his team can just let it go whenever he wants. And unfortunately, he hasn't been doing that much lately, but I do think that they're separated at 8 years. Right? Sherwood's 30, Bolduc is 22. He's a lot more than Bolduc has been the last time. I know yesterday was just going to be talking about how Vancouver is in a very tough spot because, according to the update that we had seen, they don't really want draft picks. They want to get younger guys, not specifically since they will be valuable to them during the draft time. They want guys that are in their early 20s because they don't want to wait for a guy who is 18 to become a player like Zach Bolduc is already at 22. And my main problem with that trade idea is that a lot of the guys that Vancouver seems to get in these trades for younger players, they happen to suck. Like, I'm sorry, but Eric Brockstrom, Vitaly Kravtsov, Daniel Sprong, Lucas Reichel, these first-round guys that didn't really work out with their organization, they stink when they come to Vancouver. Zach Bolduc, on the other hand, there's a reason why Canadiens fans are all clamoring that they won the trade with Logan Mailloux and the St. Louis Blues all those months ago. This guy has been legitimately effective. Now, he's only in his technically 3rd NHL season, but 2nd full NHL season. The fact that Minnesota might be going out there and try to cultivate Montreal with this sort of a player to get Kiefer Sherwood, it does intrigue me as to how the bidding war could go. If I were to just place my bets here, I'd say that Michael Rossi might even still be on Vancouver's radar, just based off the trade talks they had had for that guy back in the summer. If the bigger production too, I mean, obviously comes to it, it's obviously pretty good some folks that they are flashing. This year, there's got 13 votes and 7 games. Although, see, they have to do that here, 13. If I'm that 7, I'll probably have to be 6. But I'm still, It's a little bit better than its last season. So back after all that and it made two really a little smaller and 5'9". I would not say Joseph Rossi was especially since Rossi was drafted 9th overall back in 2020. I like this guy a lot, if you can't already tell. So that said, I don't feel much Austin feeling something about this. If you have this people third in the country, and there are about 5, 7 teams that are trying to go out there and well, I consider the radio if it's not ready or not, the Lakers don't have a way, but the see when it's going to happen right away. So, if you can see what's going to come, we can show that it's not going to be traded. It's just talking about that's it. I don't feel if you have a see how you show that. Sometimes the shooting deal, the hurdle deal, look at the red dots and something about how you feel about this is the practices.
Welcome back to Party Games of the Day video from finding people on the internet. It is Thursday, it is December 4th. Also, I'm wearing a jersey I just received, so because I don't look. It's the brand new Texas Stars jersey. This is an hour ago. And it's okay. It's Dallas is at the top of the board. Why Dallas is at the top of the board? With last night's win over they extended the road point streak to 18 record, 12 games. It's been an insane run for the Dallas Stars this season. After I thought both Dallas and Colorado were playing out to their potential in the first couple of situations for the season, and then they just have gone straight out. So Dallas obviously being overshadowed by Colorado, so we hope to get that, but they are one of the better, second best teams in the NHL that I can remember. Brian McCullough, he's going to be staying in Tampa, so I think this is a very team-friendly contract, to be honest. It's a 3-year contract for Brian McCullough. We have that $4.1 million. Considering the cap is going, yeah, got it, and it basically guarantees benefits to the Tampa Bay Lightning. He's been out for a while with an injury. Tampa's doing all right without him, but they're about to with him. So they've done signing that extension. Ravens for the Lightning. Good fans. Aston Huskies scrapped for today, so they bring Paul Halverson. Doesn't sound like it's anything dangerous. Sounds like he just needs the night off. He is expected to play Saturday against Aston Huskies, so we'll see if that's the case. But that doesn't mean it's going to be goaltender tonight for the Lightning. Well, Aston Huskies gets scrapped and whatever it is, the quality of the Vancouver Canucks have recalled for the league coach and also recalled Elias Benson as a no longer. I'll say this, having watched the Abbotsford game last night, Patterson, Johnny, some interaction. I think Elias Benson for like for good, and I saw it. Like everybody gets mad that Sheelock was going on Sheelock, and I get it, but I just hope you don't have to prevent them in their spot. And so they get called up because Harry gets sent back down to Abbotsford. So it may very well just be a paper transaction of sorts. In that, of course, because Harry has to begin Abbotsford with one game, but all you know, deal on Patterson. We'll see if they get into the lineup. Homelanders brought back to the basis with no contact with the their co-host squad to practice today. So the Canucks are looking at the potential here. Because they found that the best is the game. This is I know just to put it in back. I said to the team. But getting one last shot to the continental. So on Homelanders is good call this thing is coach. One of the actually responsibility for this. They get that going. The deal for the third tonight, the team to get positive for a while. I value the best of walking. It's not the company deals with the probably more short. And but if you're handling things there, that might be okay. Because then he has a busy just like the back after being like it for everything's going to go. And the game's going to be a day to the other person. If we're not going to fantastic. And of course, 30 against the Ravens as long as it was the Bucs. So, not having seen the lineup is very hard. But I was centers the season. So, all I can go is that Columbus, absolutely. I mean, it's big on today. I mean, maybe something like that. I think because of the lower body and my details and then so last night's result was 13 victory after that on 12 years. So the next week and the Anaheim already having lost over the last 11. They just being able to put something. They are young. Yeah, both of the body injury for the Flyers is day-to-day. That game between them and Buffalo last night got great heated. It's like in the second period, but they didn't like just find the game for that. I was waiting a little bit this morning to see if there was but yeah, your baby. Yeah, Steelers pickers starting today against Seattle, so Steelers gets the night off. Pickers numbers have not been great this season, but it's been lost record is terrible. And the Steelers, one storyline that's starting to get more attention than one. Everything's going very, very good. Here today, I'll still here and play the block. So there's some right here. And obviously, the style like it on this. And it's called game to do and you know, it's a big test. The national practice is in the second that way, what's going to be fine. And so far, the Cavs have the struggles down there. They've been building for the fourth time, playing by 6 ends of the game. Eight is not a contract with the team. They did the flash of baseball. The team that dealt with it in this country. Currently McAvoy, at Morgan State, does look like he's close to the makes the practice good speed. Cal is the place of the improvement. that is totally help, but also there was that sensitivity for a while. We had an idea that I think roughly about time. You know, that we were seeing the base there. What Calvin Brown doing the parts of that, and they on his first putting on something to take it away. This is the guy, that guy is the gift to go through. But so the only fact that Brad goes on this back to the very fun game. So yeah, it does the game pretty. Last night we had like you saw and I also the picture of their case. That's something different. I ate it like 2 on the box and Stevie and Utah makes it real. He's the center. He's off that one, so he's still doing that to the front of it. And for talking about this big thing up and no player is always grabs this ball. Gets all these options just available and can't get that all there. So just get enough players to keep it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below for any of the next episode. Don't forget to get like and subscribe if there's anything else that's already. Thank you guys so much for all your support. It's greatly appreciated. I will talk to you again. I don't see that's now talks. No one can get now. Look at the whatever. What's that? Go up the power of liquid. Go up the top of stains. From the questions. Go up the power of liquid. The Tide Oxymax Power Pods. Greetings, George Alden. Welcome to a very special episode. Presidents would like to die on play. That's right, folks. We find when our resident Jurassic Park is speaking, the Dementia Sword himself, through the Covenant Biden. It's a game for us to play. And evidently, we want to know the long dead brothers and sisters because we've proven up this teacher the souls like about sword-fighting dinosaurs.
That insane description is all the put. You'll have to put Dusty together today. And then put your own thoughts and updates to the beginning.
Oh, that's right. I heard you guys were playing the window. So I thought I'd stop by and watch Bill get fucking dollars. Isn't there a bigger something right now on the calendar? I am not watching you. They are watching you. But that's about the boosting. So Sky Hospital is smart to go in. I'm finding it top of time. Let's get the people start the meeting, Joseph.
Yes, fine. By the way, don't just sit back and demo, just straight into gameplay. Probably the right call. Let's get straight to cash. For this kind of movie concept, it's good. Combat is what happens. I hope they do it, because it's hard not to do it in projects like this.
Something. Submitted. I put stars. That's a free field. The bands of my pictures. Found the cost of the food. And I'm pretty sure the ground on the horizon. But I'm pretty sure it's not. So it's the big of town. I put that in my But anyway, so the game feels so far good.
Is that a sign? Here, to see light.
However,
However,
the weapons coming together are very sensitive. It's not the best direction. The box is all the things.
I love the name. That's right. Yeah, all that all that dialed up and not that good news this morning. Somebody had said, I hope you get some of that in action. Looks like she does. That's what you feel. Space to plug it up.
Get a little practice. We want to have a big deal for space of the project. Because it's a place that's a lot of different. We can just say to the doctor. But Joe, don't understand that that's really good afternoon. The customization is significant, but I do appreciate the ability to build these finance a little different and really things like that.
I don't have much to spend residence on at the moment, so I'll hold off on that for now. Usually things won't suddenly and dramatically get more difficult and make me wish I had allocated my points differently, right? Joe. You know what happens every time we say something like that, right?
Yeah, Joe is right. The moves between bosses are kind of modern, but the three bosses are pretty engaging fights. And I happen to know that Joe is asked fast-paced computer games. So, this is about to be a cheap show.
I'll have said that about every series.
Looks like a boss arena ahead.
Okay, I think the little Horror Farm boss intro. Now, hopefully Joe lives long enough for us to enjoy the fight. And Hillary was a kid, and the light attack took off a big chunk of Kira's health. The shark that time was significant. I'll have to be very careful trying to fit it in.
Oh, that's what she said. But anyway, good strategy here, Joe. Blocking a few attack strings to learn the parry time is generally safe, as long as you keep an eye on your stamina bar, of course.
Wait, I thought you wanted Joe to get smoked. Why are you leaving him in all his orders?
The more I help him, the better he does, and the more heartbreaking it will be for him when he still manages to fuck it up.
Okay, damn, I'm sorry,
I wonder what Kira thinks out of his exile from.
Okay, Steve Urkel, settle down.
Face it, Barack. There's probably not going to be much more because dinosaurs can't speak or write. So how the heck would it even be communicated? Oh, upset. Will the three of you please shut the hell up so I can focus? Yeah, all right, fine. It's surprising how honestly David has a face. I have definitely liked how fast and action-packed some of these exchanges have been. Definitely a lot better than Megan's part on the table.
This has been a bit of a slug, but Bill did have some shot with rock. It was not something I didn't bet.
Tell me, David's tell me, Tom Cruise. Hey, wait, there's him. Here, let's grab him and stuff. I'm super wrong. Put that one in my back pocket to the Bioshock death box. You know, bring heavy. David can go up front. Now I can get it with Bill. One, two, stick to my room.
Oh, those sucker it's hot though.
Those slowly attacks are slow. It's stopping like Dr. Phillips and bosses now. There's always keep the book honest. There's sometimes a big number of attacks that will give you up to
the best that we have one other track of fun. And down goes Joseph. That's all right. I think I have it down. I'll ask him. Oh, shit. As a matter of fact, we have the book.
This boss fight is pretty good. I love the truth the combat and I'm excited about the match to myself. But this was pretty sick.
You like this one, Gerard? Just wait until the boss is sick.
have the guys back, visit the price advertising, like, sit down and let's get to this stuff. You know, I was on the business of the strike, but Daniel had said, what? I think the boss would have said, it's not. It's challenging. Very good. The good boss is but also, this is a really strong industry as far as which bosses go. That's probably already doing something. It's my control. There's Xbox controllers. While my PlayStation 1 worked well enough, I hope there is official support for PlayStation controllers once the game is fully released.
I agree. Casting as wide ahead as possibilities probably good for the more accessible, the better. I know being bad and fast-paced keyboard game flow is a skill issue, but still, here's hoping.
Okay, everybody shut up for just a second so I can remind you how much time it is. Go to the place, Johnny. Oh, player dies a dozen times before and then finally takes an answer straight. Classic. Okay, that's it. Look at the problem.
Where cease the secret, less blessed.
It's far easier to pass getting the ball into the home. Often overstep all public food with a powerful attack or creating space between them. I honestly haven't tried it because it's less flashy than the other options. And finally, Meteor Zone is similar to Dash, but has a larger deposit shooting range before the strikes materialize. It's better for catching crowds of movers and usable for bosses, but not quite as easy to finish the bosses as Dash. Pick one, and let's talk to the boss too.
Good slice. Had a lot of success with jumping attacks against the I'm frozen one question. Moving on. It's not going to lie. Hey, what's it? It's the boss.
Grab it.
Okay, sounds good. No secret. The environment comes down, but the top picture I still come to some occupation for police. But the level design has essentially been monitoring the blocks. I agree with you, Mark, that we are all from the Dino combat. I'm not surprised. That's when the primary focus is the state.
I don't think Open State has been found solidified on the film. Plus the trailer shows some very terrain. So I'm optimistic.
It's not how the sequence finds. So other points that get it here. I get better with your mindset. I think it looks fine enough.
Yes, it's good that sometimes you neutralize the range of passes and so strong and it's great reach. Sorry to do get these different weapons other than just the sword. I kind of think that may happen.
There are some unusable blocking. I don't think I saw any other weapon. It would probably take a lot of work to have different weapon classes in group sets. It's a nice option. I'll just do it fun.
Hey, looks like I found another something. I hope it's something cool.
Looks like they are attacking that young main Kylosaurus. You should try and save it, Joseph.
Little too late for that, Barack. Wait, how young exactly?
Oh, certainly too young for you. Herbert the Pervert. This is another special attack. You get to summon this fight for little guy. It's a preparation. It's a target match. Hospital rhythm. It's pretty. Oh, don't try to use it. There's a lot of things. I'm the one who brought it. Still, sometimes becomes hard. It's a good start. Am I right, folks?
I don't want to be here.
What? Relevant to this video, like Joe coming up on the second boss of the demo. After an uninspired performance, the disaster is about to be.
Hell yeah, I'm still doing what this is for. Guys, this is no bearing understyle next.
Forget that, just goes around quick.
Check that. Oh shit. He just hit me with a savage body spawn at the war. That was pretty damn cool.
Sure sounded a killer. I'll say it again. It certainly can be done with fighting styles.
Well, there's a purpose to what I can only consider thinking that. You're going to have to figure out how to look at the attacks that have that orange glow to them, because you cannot block them.
Yeah, I think we will get to jump. That's better. Remember, I was trying to get away from the experience. I just couldn't get far enough away down here.
Yeah, I think the lyrics and solos cautiously optimistic, I think.
Yeah, I agree. It's just too bad that it's so stupid. Repetitive. So I guess I've been born here, but I just found feeling the one of things.
It's always better than the count of 72 students. This is unlocked.
I think the first time you and I have been combined, 2008.
Our editor of the foundation figured it stuck in the shitty garden center. I indicated all of those roads.
The church is probably the only band I think who survived. Those guys are just insane.
I got to check out Holyfist's new album, No Tap, the other day. It's pretty excellent.
Pause. He knows about this shit once again.
Goddamn. I just remembered to spend my residence on special taps. I keep getting caught up in the fight.
He bites it out 50% of the thing right off the bat. Acts as noticeable more 10 times through. Perhaps Joe should put that place to the
At least Joe was rolling through the jump attacks more consistently. Carries on the spinning attacks. You're probably going to have to cut out a whole bunch of Joe's failed attempts, so this video doesn't break the channel duration record on account of all these dirt attacks.
Hey, did it look like I got jammed by my son a dinosaur just now? Right at 14 minutes and 21 seconds. If you slow it down, you can see my health go down about a full second before Axe even swings his weapon. Who the hell turned friendly fire on? I haven't felt this betrayed since my own party threw me under a bus in 2024.
I love you, buddy, but you were unfit to run.
Just like how Obama can't, quote, unfit Big Mike's third leg from his rear-facing egress, you just know the damage caused by that thing is permanent.
Low blow Donald.
Speaking of getting low and low, hey, Donald, was Bubba build or Gillade's horse? I'm dying to know.
You're dying of age-induced cellular degeneration, and I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Take your pills and focus up so we can finally get to that third boss Hillary mentioned.
Bro just deflected the question like Wolf from Sekiro.
Okay, lay off Donald before we get more comments complaining about us making fun of him.
I appreciate you all having my back. You know these commies like to gang up on me, but I can take the heat. Besides, there's more current events to meme on related to me since I'm the president. So I get it. Whereas Joe is incapable of even reading off a teleprompter anymore. And the only Obama related to these places is domestic partner building out their hair for some bullshit, like some chairs. I sure as hell don't.
All right, enough. After a couple hours of being played, Joe finally remembered he has 3 heals and utilized all of his special attacks and is about to clear the clock.
How do you do? I'm going to grab the guitar and boss it. I'll get moving towards that final demo.
I actually think Joe might be right. He can give himself with a subject pattern. Artemis is really close to you. Definitely forces you to make sure your spacing is on point, but I'm not sure if it's intentional or not.
I couldn't tell you. Maybe I'll get around to asking about it on the sneak page. But we haven't talked about that jumping energy.